See, lecture number 3. Today again we are going to discuss the numericals on the basis of the mole concept, and we will calculate the value of equilibrium constant Kc. See, for example, PCl5 is given when PCl5 dissociates into PCl3 and Cl2. As we can see that delta Ng for this reaction is, so delta Ng for this reaction is 1 number of moles product 2 minus reactant is 1, so delta Ng for this reaction is 1. So initial moles at t equal to 0, initial moles at t equal to 0 is A, and initial moles for PCl3 will be 0 and Cl2 is 0. So at equilibrium, as coefficient of PCl5 is 1, so it will be A minus X, and number of moles of PCl3 will be X as coefficient is 1. So 1:1 ratio, it is A minus X, so it will be X. Again 1:1 ratio, so it will be X. As we know, concentration will be number of moles per unit volume. So the reaction is taking place in a container of volume V. So concentration will be number of moles per unit volume, number of moles per unit volume, number of moles per unit volume. Now Kc will be, Kc is concentration of PCl3 into concentration of PCl2 divided by concentration of PCl5. So it will be X upon V, and concentration of Cl2 is X upon V, and concentration of PCl5 is A minus X upon V. So it will be, on solving, X square upon A minus X into V. See, now we will calculate the value of Kp for this reaction. See, what is the value of Kp for this reaction? Again, the reaction is PCl5 dissociates into PCl3 plus Cl2. So at t equal to 0, number of moles initially of PCl5 is A, so it is 0 and it is 0. Now at equilibrium, the moles of PCl5 will be A minus X, and moles of PCl3 will be X as coefficient is 1. So according to stoichiometric coefficient 1, it is A minus X. So 1:1 ratio, therefore it will be X. Again 1:1 ratio, so it will also X. Now total number of moles at equilibrium will be A minus X plus X and plus X. So total number of moles will be A plus X at equilibrium. Now we will calculate the partial pressure of each PCl5, PCl3 and Cl2. As we know, for partial pressure we want mole fraction. Partial pressure is mole fraction multiplied by total pressure. So mole fraction of PCl5 is number of moles of PCl5 divided by total number of moles. So number of moles of PCl5 A minus X divided by total number of moles A plus X and multiply by total pressure. In the same way, the partial pressure of PCl3 will be number of moles of PCl3 is X divided by total number of moles is A plus X multiplied by total pressure. In the same way, partial pressure of Cl2 will be number of moles of Cl2 at equilibrium is X divided by total number of moles into total pressure. Now we have partial pressure of each. Now we will calculate the Kp value. See, what is the Kp value? As we know, Kp for this reaction is partial pressure of Cl2, partial pressure of PCl3 divided by partial pressure of PCl5. As we have the partial pressure of each gas now, so it is partial pressure of PCl3, partial pressure of Cl2 divided by partial pressure of PCl5. On solving, we get the value of Kp, which is X square into P upon A square minus X square. See one note. As we can see that according to this, Kp is directly proportional to pressure according to this. So this is the expression of Kp. Also in the expression of Kc, we see the Kc is inversely proportional to volume. See, in this case Kc is inversely proportional to volume, and in this case the Kp is directly proportional to pressure. Write one note. The note is, see, the Kp is X square into P upon A square minus X square. So according to relation, Kp is directly proportional to pressure. Also Kc is x square upon A minus x into V. So Kc is inversely proportional to volume. So we will think if we increase the pressure, so Kp will increase according to the relation. Also, when we increase the volume, then Kc will decrease according to relation. But this is not possible. See, this is wrong. Because I have explained already. Because Kp and Kc depends only on one factor, which is temperature. So Kp and Kc only depends on temperature. When we change pressure, we change volume, there is no effect on the value of Kp and Kc. Kp and Kc only depends on temperature and do not depend on the pressure, volume, number of moles, density, etc. Now we are going to discuss another reaction in which number of moles is less than 0. See, the next reaction is with the value of delta Ng is less than 0. So the reaction with delta Ng less than 0. See, in this case, basically the reaction is N2 plus 3S2 changes into 2NH3. The value of delta Ng for the reaction is minus 2, as number of moles of product is 2 minus 4. So delta Ng is minus 2. See, moles at T equal to 0. At T equal to 0, we take A moles initially for nitrogen and A moles of hydrogen. At equilibrium, as coefficient is 1, therefore at equilibrium it will be A minus X. As coefficient is 3, so at equilibrium it will be A minus 3x. As we can see that here coefficient is 2, therefore it will be 2x. Now we have moles of each gas at equilibrium. As the reaction takes place in a container of volume V. So now concentration will be A minus X, number of moles per unit volume. Now we have concentration at equilibrium. See. So now Kc will be how much? So Kc will be, in this case, Kc is concentration of NH3 at equilibrium square and concentration of N2 gas and concentration of H2Q. So now we have concentration of NH3, concentration of N2 gas and concentration of hydrogen gas. See, now we can also calculate the Kp for this expression. See, what is the Kp for this expression? For finding the Kp value, we have calculated the partial pressure of each gas. See, at T equal to 0, number of moles of nitrogen is A and also number of moles of hydrogen is A at T equal to 0. And only the number of moles of reactants are present initially. So number of moles of product is 0. Now at equilibrium, as coefficient is 1, so it will be A minus X, as coefficient is 1. Now it will be A minus 3X, as coefficient is 3, so it will be 2X. Now total moles of gases at equilibrium will be A minus X plus A minus 3X and plus 2X. So it will be 2A minus X. Now we can calculate the partial pressure of each gas. So partial pressure of N2 will be number of moles of N2 at equilibrium divided by total number of moles into total pressure, as partial pressure is mole fraction into total pressure. So we calculated the partial pressure of nitrogen gas, which is P by 2, as A minus X cancel out. In the same way, partial pressure of hydrogen will be number of moles of hydrogen, which is A minus 3X divided by total number of moles into pressure. In the same way, we can calculate the partial pressure of ammonia, which is number of moles of ammonia divided by total number of moles into total pressure. So now Kp will be partial pressure of NH3 divided by partial pressure of N2 gas into partial pressure of H2Q. Now put the values, as we have the partial pressure of each gas now. Now putting the values, partial pressure of NH3, this one, partial pressure of N2 and partial pressure of H2. So we get the expression of Kp. See the next question. The next question is, in the next question, The next question is N2O4 changes into 2NO2 if at equilibrium 1 mole of N2O4 and 2 mole of NO2 so basically it is NO2, 2 mole of NO2 are present in a 10 liter flask at 27 degrees Celsius. Then calculate Kp and Kc for the reaction. See, it is given at equilibrium. So at equilibrium number of moles of N2O4 and NO2 was given. So at equilibrium it is 1 mole and at equilibrium it is 2 mole. Now the reaction is takes place in a container of 10 liter flask. So concentration will be number of moles per unit volume. So it will be 1 by 10 and this will be 2 by 10. So it is 0.1 and it is 0.2. As we have to find Kc also. So Kc will be concentration of NO2 square divided by concentration of N2O4. So it is 0.2 square upon 0.1. So the value of Kc for this reaction is 0.4 mole per liter. So value of Kc we have find. As we can see, the value of delta Nc is product minus reactant. So 2 minus 1 delta Nc is 1. And we know the relation Kp equal to Kc R2 Kp equal to Kc into RT raised to the power delta Ng. And we know delta Ng we have solved equal to 1. So now put the value of Kc, value of R is how much? 0.0821 and temperature, the reaction x 27 degrees Celsius means 300 Kelvin. So we have calculated the value of Kp. See, the next question is on starting with 5 mole N2O4 in a 2 liter flask initially at 27 degrees Celsius. So basically initial moles of N2O4 are given and volume of flask is also given 2 liter. If at equilibrium 5 moles of NO2 are produced, then we have to find the Kc for this reaction. See, at T equal to 0 N2O4 is 5 mole. Initially only reactant is present, so number of moles of product will be 0. At equilibrium, as coefficient of N2O4 is 1, so it will be 5 minus 6. And NO2 will be, as coefficient is 2, therefore it will be 2x. And the given data is, at equilibrium 5 moles of NO2 is formed. So basically, at equilibrium NO2 is 2x, so 2x will be equal to 5. Now we get the value of x is 5 by 2. Now put x 5 by 2. Now we have the equilibrium concentration of N2O4. So basically at equilibrium 5 by 2 moles of N2O4 is present and 5 moles of NO2 is present. As reaction takes place in 2 liter flask, so when we have moles, then concentration will be number of moles divided by volume. So it will be 5 by 4. Number of moles divided by volume. So number of moles is 5 divided by 2. It is 5 by 2. Now we have to find the Kc for this reaction. As we know, Kc is concentration of NO2 square divided by concentration of N2O4. See now. So now the value of Kc will be concentration of NO2 square upon concentration of N2O4. So on solving we get the value of Kc equal to 5. See the next question. The next question is see the next question. Next question is based on the relation. As we know, if constant volume and temperature, so when volume is constant and temperature is constant, R is gas constant, so pressure is directly proportional to number of moles. So at constant volume and temperature, pressure is directly proportional to number of moles. It means we treat pressure in the similar way as we treat moles. So basically we can treat pressure in the same way we treat moles. See, for example, the question is a gas is given, AB3 gas is given, and AB3 gas dissociates into AB2 gas plus half of B2 gas, and the reaction is given on starting with initial pressure. On starting with initial pressure of AB3, on starting with initial pressure of AB3 is given, which is 800 torr. So starting pressure is given for AB3 is 800 torr, and total pressure at equilibrium is 900 torr. We have to find the value of Kp. See, as we know that we can treat pressure in the same way, number of moles. So we can treat pressure in the same way as we treat moles. So at T equal to 0, so initial pressure at T equal to 0 is given for AB3, which is 800. So initial pressure of AB2 is 0 and B2 is 0. Now pressure at equilibrium. Pressure at equilibrium, as again coefficient is 1. So pressure of AB3 at equilibrium will be 800 minus, for coefficient 1 I am taking x. As coefficient ratio 1:1, so it will be also x. But coefficient ratio in this case 1:1/2. When it is x, then it will be x/2. And also total pressure at equilibrium is given, which is 900 torr. So total pressure, as we can see that in the mixture at equilibrium there is pressure of AB3 also remaining, pressure of AB2 is also present, and pressure of B2 is also present. So total pressure will be equal to pressure of this plus pressure of this and plus pressure of this, which is equal to 900. Now on solving, when equating it to total pressure, we get the value of x. So the value of x we get equal to 200. So the value of x we get equal to 200. Now we have the value of x. So we can calculate the pressure of AB3 at equilibrium, which is 800 minus x. Also we can calculate the pressure of AB2, which is x, and also we can calculate the pressure of B2, which is x/2. See, now put the values. It will be like this: AB3, AB2, half AB2. So pressure, partial pressure at equilibrium of AB3 600 and AB2 is 200 and B2 is 100. So Kp will be partial pressure of AB2 into partial pressure of B2 raised to the power 1/2. So it will be √100 divided by partial pressure of AB3, which is 600. So Kp for the reaction is 10/3. See the next question. The next question is, for the reaction given, NH4HS solid changes into NH3 gas plus H2S gas. The total pressure at equilibrium is 10 atm. Calculate the Kp for this reaction. As we know that when total pressure is 10 atm, see, this is solid, so the pressure is only for the gases. So there is pressure for NH3 gas and there is pressure for H2 gas. So total pressure is 10 atm given. Means if the pressure of NH3 formed after dissociation of NH4HS is x, as coefficient is same, then the partial pressure of H2S will also x. So basically the pressure which is given here, 10 atm total pressure, will divide it in equal ratio, will divide into equal ratio, because ratio is 1:1, and solids do not have pressure, means the total pressure 10 atm will be divided into ammonia and H2S only, and in the ratio of 1:1. So 5 atm for NH3 and 5 atm for H2S. Now we can write the Kp. So Kp will be partial pressure of NH3 multiplied by partial pressure of H2S, which is 5 into 5 equal to 25. See the next question. The next question is basically again based on the value of Kp. See, the question is the compound which is known as ammonium carbamate. So this compound is known as ammonium carbamate, which is NH2CONH4. So ammonium carbamate dissociates into 2 moles of ammonia and 1 mole of CO2, and it is given the pressure at equilibrium is P atm. So we have to find the Kp for this reaction. As we can see that ammonium carbamate is a solid, so solids do not have pressure. So when it dissociates 2 moles of ammonia, it means the ammonia form is 2x. So CO2 form will be x, as coefficient is 2:1, so it is 2x into x. So the pressure, total pressure is divided into 2:1 ratio. So total pressure divided into 2:1 ratio. So the partial pressure of ammonia will be number of moles of ammonia, which is 2, and total number of moles, which is 3, into total pressure is P. So partial pressure of CO2 will be number of moles of CO2 divided by total number of moles into P, as partial pressure is mole fraction into total pressure. Now we can find the value of Kp. The value of Kp will be partial pressure of CO2 multiplied by partial pressure of ammonia square. See, so value of Kp will be, now the value of Kp will be in the ratio of 2p/3 and p/3. So Kp is partial pressure of this square into partial pressure of this, so it will be 4p³/27. So this is the correct option. See, now the next question is, the reaction is given. So for the reaction H2 gas plus I2 gas changes into 2HI gas at 400 degrees Celsius. Kp for the reaction is 25. If the initial pressure of H2 and I2 is 1 atm each, then calculate partial pressure of each gas. So at T equal to 0, initial pressure of H2 I2 is given 1 atm, and initial pressure of HI is 0. So at equilibrium it will be 1 minus, as coefficient is 1, so it is 1 minus 6. Also coefficient of I2 is 1, so it is 1 minus 6. Coefficient is 2, therefore it will be 2x. So now Kp will be partial pressure of HI square divided by partial pressure of H2 multiplied by partial pressure of I2. As we have the value of Kp, now put the value of Kp. So the value of Kp is 25. It is equal to 2x upon 1 minus x. So it is 2x square upon 1 minus x square. Take square root. Now solve and we get the value of x equal to 2.5. So the value of x equal to 2.5/7. As now we have the value of x, so we can calculate the pressure of H2. Which is 1 minus x, and pressure of I2 which is 1 minus x, and pressure of HI which is 2x, and Kp is partial pressure of HI square upon partial pressure of H2 into I2. So we have given the value of Kp already. Only we have to find the partial pressure of H2 which is 1 minus x and I2 which is 1 minus x. So we have the value of x. Now put the value of x. See, now putting the value of x, we get the partial pressure of H2 and I2 equal to 2/7, and partial pressure of HI is 2x, so it is 10/7. See the next topic. We are going to solve basically the degree of dissociation method. So the next topic we are going to solve degree of dissociation method. See, degree of dissociation method. What is degree of dissociation? As degree of dissociation is denoted by alpha. So degree of dissociation is denoted by alpha. So basically degree of dissociation is the fraction of reactant dissociated. Also we can say degree of dissociation alpha is number of moles of reactant dissociated divided by initial moles. So we can find percentage dissociation equal to alpha into 100. And also percentage dissociation by moles is same as percentage dissociation by mass. See, now we are going to solve it. First we are taking the example for those reactions which have the value of delta Ng equal to 0. See, Now we are going to see first for the reactions with delta Ng equal to 0. The reaction is given and degree of dissociation is alpha, and degree of dissociation is alpha. See, at T equal to 0, if initial moles of HI are given, initial moles of HI at T equal to 0 is A, and it is 0 and it is 0. As degree of dissociation of HI is given alpha, so at equilibrium it will be A minus A alpha. A minus A alpha. Suppose 40% is dissociated. So basically it is dissociated 40% of its initial amount. So if it is 40% dissociated, so alpha is 40%. So it is dissociated 40% of its initial amount. So it is A alpha. So it will be A minus A alpha. See, when the coefficient is 2, then we are taking A alpha. See the ratio. Ratio is 2:1. As it is A alpha for coefficient 2. So for coefficient 1, it will be A alpha by 2. So in the same way, again ratio is 2:1. Again for coefficient 2, A alpha. So for coefficient 1, it will be A alpha by 2. Now we have moles. So find the concentration. So concentration at equilibrium will be number of moles, and the reaction takes place in a container of volume V. So number of moles at equilibrium divided by volume. Number of moles divided by volume. Number of moles divided by volume. Now we can find the value of Kc. So Kc is number of moles of H2 at equilibrium, concentration of H2 at equilibrium, which is this one, multiply by concentration of I2 at equilibrium divided by concentration of HI at equilibrium square, as coefficient is 2. So on solving we get the value of Kc. On solving we get the value of Kc in terms of alpha. Alpha is degree of dissociation. Also we get the value of Kc in terms of alpha. See the next question. As for the reaction we have seen the value of delta Ng. The value of delta Ng for the reaction is 0. So when the value of delta Ng is 0, so for the reaction value of delta Ng is 0, as we know Kp equal to Kc into R2 raised to the power delta Ng. When delta Ng is 0 means Kp equal to Kc. So for this reaction Kp is same as the value of Kc. See the next question based on degree of dissociation. Now we are going to solve another question. In this question, the reaction with delta Ng, the reaction with delta Ng more than 0. See, PCl5 has degree of dissociation alpha, dissociates into PCl3 and Cl2. At T equal to 0, initial moles of PCl5 A, and initial moles of PCl3 0 and Cl2 0. Moles at equilibrium will be A, as 40% dissociated means 40% dissociation of its initial amount. So it is A minus A alpha. So for coefficient 1 it is A alpha. So coefficient 1 it is also A alpha. So for coefficient 1 it is also A alpha. Now we have the moles. At equilibrium. See. So concentration at equilibrium will be if reaction takes place in a container of volume V. So concentration at equilibrium will be number of moles divided by volume. Number of moles divided by volume. Number of moles divided by volume. So Kc will be concentration of PCl3 multiplied by concentration of Cl2 divided by concentration of PCl5. On solving we get the value of Kc, which is A alpha square upon 1 minus alpha into V. So Kc we have solved in terms of alpha and in terms of initial concentration. So further next questions we will discuss in next class.